So far, managed to get the airbox off, and this is the engine mount with the 3 bolts there on the top that you can see. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna have to take this one off also, and this lower mount here also. At the moment, I do have a jack underneath the engine just to support it. Let's do it. And now the engine mount has been removed. Engine is supported below with a jack. I have to remove this lower mount, take this serpentine belt off, this pulley, remove 3 bolts, and remove this pulley to access the water pump. Of course, I'll have to take off my thermostat also, and of course on the other side of the pump, you can see how wet it is in there. I have to remove this hose here also from that side of the pump. Okay, let's do it. Okay, now we have the lower engine mount bracket removed, and we have access to the serpentine belt, this bit here. This is the water pump pulley, and inside there where it's very wet is my water pump. So we're going to take this serpentine belt off this pulley here. Just make a note of the routing of it so that we can put it back together properly. This is the tensioner, so I'm going to be able to remove this belt by compressing the spring with this tensioner here. Okay, then we'll get the pulley off. So just remove the little panel on the bottom of the car. Took the plug out of the bottom of the radiator just to drain my coolant. Lovely. Okay, let's keep going. Well, there's the nasty old pump, and it's very wet around there, isn't it? So, coolant has been drained. Now we're going to try and get the pump off. Happy days. Well, I finally got the water pump off. You can see the gasket sealer there. I'm going to have to clean that up. Got my hoses off with those horrible clips. Oh, those little clips there are nasty. Anyway, so we're going to clean this up, but I have to go and get a new thermostat housing. The bolts all sheared. What a surprise. Well, it's all nice and clean now. Unfortunately, the thermostat bolts broke, so I am not able to put the thermostat back on, so I have to get some bolts and a new thermostat. Well, there's the old thermostat with the sheared bolts. Awesome. And the pump. 8 years of service. Well, here's the new thermostat and the new water pump. So I'm going to put these together, and then I'm going to install it back onto the engine. So I put a little bit of anti-seize on the bolts. Hopefully I'm never going to go back in here again, but still, you never know. A little bit of oil on the gasket for the thermostat. I'm going to connect the two together and then install it back onto the engine. And doesn't it look pretty all bolted together? Complete with a new gasket. Now to put it on the engine. Well, the new pump is on, and the thermostat's connected, and the hoses are connected, and everything's electrical is connected. Well, now we're going to put the pulley back on. So that there is going to go on there. Okie dokie. Pulley's back on. Now put the serpentine belt back on. Hurrah. Well, I got my serpentine belt back on. Now, I guess I'm going to put the engine mount back on and the airbox, and then start filling it up with Presto. Engine mount is back on. My itty bitty jack has been removed. Now it's time to put the airbox back on. Car's running again. And no water pump leak now. Well, that's good. Put a bit of cardboard down the bottom there to see if I can catch anything, but nothing so far. Went for a test drive and the water pump isn't leaking anymore, and I'm not losing Preston through my water pump anyway. So, well, that was an interesting exercise of mechanics. Thanks for watching.